Greetings. My name is Michael Miller. This is a Michael Miller trademark training video out to you because you're watching. Thank you and welcome. It's meant for Michael Miller Pilates licensed affiliates, the core new core, and anyone interested in surviving and thriving as a Pilates instructor. I have five titles to talk about today, and first on my list is, number one is, welcome to all my new friends. Makes me nervous to live up to whatever the expectation is, and luckily I don't have to endure that live and can hopefully let that go through me and say welcome if you're new. And if you came to me through Cecilia or through Patricia or wherever else, I welcome you, and I'm sorry, lo siento, no hablo español. Sorry, I can't speak Spanish. If you're just getting into Pilates in general, and even if you're not, look back and reflect upon when it was you started and pick a start date. If you don't know exactly, then try to narrow it down to the year, and then pick a date that you're fond of if you don't know for sure, and make that your start date for Pilates. Okay? Because knowing your start date, at least as close as you can, establishes the time frame in which you began participating in this named thing. If you were in Cecilia's group this weekend, it looks like a lot of fun, and I wish I could have been there. Someday I hope you all seek to become licensed affiliates of MMP. And if not, that's okay, but whether you do or not, number two is about know what you know. And so these numbers aren't in any order other than me trying to organize my notes that I made while doing my intermediate reformer workout. And that's been my routine for over the last couple of years, broadcasting on weekdays. And know what you know. Know what you know. What do I mean by that? Know what you know. Well, from this perspective and this profession of trying to help you survive and thrive as a Pilates instructor and understand what it means to be a Michael Miller Pilates licensed affiliate, and understand if you're a part of the core new core or not. That's what I'm here trying to profess. And that profession is about what a point of view of Pilates, okay? And that point of view comes from where? Meaning, if you got to me through someone else, if they pointed you and said, be a friend of mine, then I'm welcome to have you. But at this particular place, this particular brand, right, professes, theorizes, if you will, theorizes that there's an ideal within Joe's original work. And the theory is based on what? You know, well, maybe you've heard this, maybe just recently. The theory about the ideal within Joe's work is based on Joe's definition, his promise, and his sequence. Right? And so, knowing that is a big step toward at least understanding what MMP is and how MMP is different than a conventional view. I should have started with my number 4. The named is the middle of the 10,000 things. The named is the named is the mother of 10,000 things. All right, so know what you know is what I'm trying to hold a focus on or cast some light into. And what do you know? If you know about MMP, which is this particular brand of Pilates represented by this trademark, okay? Well, you can know that you know that that brand of Pilates has a theory about there being an ideal within Joe's work, and it's based on Joe's definition, promise, and sequence. That's a lot to know in terms of what this particular point of view is. What is this point of view? So, and in that regard, all of us have tradition and all of us have teachers we've learned from. That's part of the aristocratic fabric that we weave through our participation over time. From the MMP point of view, who you are and who you know and who you learn from and what you teach can never overshadow the ideal within Joe's original work as it stands, as it is, just the book that he wrote, right? And that may not be a preferred point of view, but at least knowing what the point of view is will allow you to assess all of the other 10,000 views of the named thing. And that named thing is what? Pilates. What is Pilates? Well, now you got a name and you have 10,000 upon 10,000 views of what it is. And especially within a traditional lineage-based view, it's all subjective to personal interpretation by those that either worked with Joe or then go down the line of lineage by generation. Right? So know what you know. When you know about MMP, you know there's a point of view out there based on 3 things out of Joe's book that give you a direct relationship to the creator and the method. One human being giving a gift to humanity of unestimable, without being able to estimate the size of the contribution. Because Joe pretty much said, you're a human being and you're in this world, then here's the poem of conditioning that gives you preparation for whatever comes up. So number 2 is know what you know, and then number 3 is if it's not going to be fun, why show up? That's a quote from a friend of mine that is near and dear. And if it's not going to be fun, why show up? It's a great question. And I've said this before, and I'm just saying it again, perhaps for all my new members, my new friends, to keep in mind that it's about fun. Because if it's not fun for you, it ultimately won't be fun for your student. And if it's not fun for your student, they're not coming back. And so you're always trying to rely on getting new students because nobody sticks around. And no matter how good you are, no matter what you have to say and teach and all of that in the mind stuff, if your student doesn't have fun, they won't come back. And I know from experience that if I'm not having fun, I'll want to leave. I was teaching a regular math class every Tuesday night for over a decade, and eventually everyone came expecting, which became a monkey on my back. And so I completely broke out of teaching the hour the way I was expected to, and I had fun, and everybody I dragged along with me, like a mother duck and ducklings. If the teacher doesn't have fun, the instructor doesn't have fun, number 4, and that's what I've been talking about. The named is the mother. The named is the mother of 10,000 things. What is the named? The named is Pilates. And the named begets the 10,000 things. And in this case, I'm talking about the 10,000 points of view about what is named. There is no ultimate secret or ultimate truth about Pilates that I know about. And if that's the case, see, I don't even know how to think like that. Because to me it's just so obvious that there has to be something essential about it for it to be sweeping the world like with a tsunami of passion. So the named is the mother of 10,000 things. I'm trying to say that MMP is one of those 10,000 things. All right, so there's 9,999 other ways to look at Pilates. And I don't think any of them that I know of so far look at Pilates from an ideal point of view. Right? So in that regard, it's extremely rare, if not downright unique. Not very unique, because unique is unique. Okay? And again, knowing what you know, hopefully, from my position, is that it empowers you to be more discerning as an instructor, let alone survive in the Pilates culture. And as much as I'm always saying, look at the ideal, or I talk about what is Pilates, and it's an experience that you aim for, and that it's tangible and sensational. Where am I going with that? And what I've already said. When it comes to you as an instructor, it boils down to you. And what your intent is as a Pilates instructor. So have fun. And rest assured. I'm the one assuring you, so maybe you should take that with a grain of salt. But the assured part is that there's a wonderful essence to Pilates, and that it's readily available to you to engage in on your own and to share with others. So rest assured in that understanding and that awareness, and enjoy, especially if you're new to the Pilates world and you're in a training program and about to and trying to think about teaching. Let me say that the confidence comes from understanding, and understanding well enough to navigate your own course. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. But what I wrote down was, confidence comes from understanding enough to navigate your own course. I could never teach Pilates. I would be so scared. I wouldn't know what to say. I would say the wrong thing. And all of that comes with practice. I think when you have an understanding of what it's supposed to look like in the end, or what you're aiming for, and an understanding of how to get it, gives you a lot of understanding to draw upon, from which to give your next instruction. Rest assured. Well, that was going to be my end. And then I came to that. Confidence comes from understanding enough to navigate your own course. I'm going to lead with that, I think, as I go to Facebook. So, to my YouTube tribe of one or two, and once in a while, I bid you well, and anyone who comes thereafter, because life can't live forever, read between the lines, see behind the curtain, add two and two, direct your thinking,